Daniel 2:48b. Vahashlate al kol medinat Bavel. Varav signin al kol hakime Vavel. And that brings us to Saluk Sof Pasuk at the end of the verse. Let's go back to the beginning. We notice this is another Zakef Katon. And this form right here, of course, that's a conjunction. We have a hey prefix and then this suffix. This ends up being a hafel. Perfect third masculine singular from the sheen, lamed, tet root. He caused him, that's the suffix, he caused him to rule. So this would be Nebuchadnezzar causing Daniel to rule over all the province of Babylon. And that brings us to this Atnach. Obviously, this is a construct here, the province of Babylon. So next line, conjunction, and then Rav, in this case, it means great, it means many. It can also mean chief, and that's the case here, leading up to the Zakef Katon, chief of the prefects, plural, right, over all the wise men of Babylon. Now, altogether, this means he caused him to rule over all the province of Babylon, and chief of the prefects over all the wise men of Babylon. So the second line is just sort of amplifying what it means for Daniel's new position. Now that we've looked at that and we've kind of got the basic meaning, we have just a moment where we can comment on some interesting things about this text. Have you noticed how parallel this text is? Every element, it seems, has not an exact syntactic parallel, but it's close right here. It definitely is. Both lines have 11 syllables, and we even have a very similar accent pattern. In fact, it's the accent pattern that's allowed here. On the second line, we have this merikah, which parallels this munach in the first line, and those are the accents you expect before their respective disjunctives. Now, quick thing to cover. Why is it that on the first line we have a bait with a dagesh in it, and on the second line we have a bait that's spirantized, no dagesh? This is because the rule is to not have the dagesh, to be spirantized, that there needs to be a vowel sound right before and a conjunctive accent, and that's exactly what we have. So just to read a little bit more about that dynamic, you can check out Sungjen Park's book about the Hebrew accents, section 6.2. So in the end, look at this. We've seen a great reversal for Daniel. He goes from slave to a high position like Joseph over Egypt. But we recall Pharaoh never worshipped Joseph.